Well, decided to come do another video. Uh, my um July 1st, because I was saying I was happy for my apartment. So because all my life, I always wanted Section 8, and I used to apply for it and didn't get it. So I finally got Section 8. When I was living in the mental institution, I had to apply and wait and stuff. So to move out of the mental institution, they gave me Section 8. And I had my Section 8 interview and had to wait and everything. And so Section 8 switched up, like, in the process because of Section 8. They turned Section 8 to some kind of voucher or something, but the way it's set up, my Section 8 is that uh, it's just deep, that um, Section 8 was something that was different than subsidized housing, so I thought. And so then they had different type of I think it's some kind of program where you pay 50% of your rent, like some houses rental, but so you under different programs, because people keep asking me real serious, like, how much you pay for rent, what's your program, and I be trying to be confidential about it because I have Section 8, but it's subsidized, like you pay projects. It's hard to distinguish when you're disabled, so uh, subsidized housing is 30% of your income. And when you have Section 8, that's an extra subsidy to help you with your rent. So where I'm at, I have Section 8, but the apartment comes with Section 8 or something that there was some kind of dispute about it. But and right now I still got the same worker, and but she sent me my letter, and I was sent my annual, and every year the project rent goes up for the apartment that I'm in. So I got my annual, and I hold on, let me well, I don't feel like enough. I was going to a different topic, but so yeah, so I'm certified for July. I pay my new rent amount, um, and then my next recertification will be July of 2027. Yeah. So the rent will be the same. It's supposed to be the same for this year. And I don't know how they did their in-home inspection. I might have to call the worker. My worker is her same worker the whole time. Her name is Aisha White at RHA, Rochester Housing Authority, and it's that's her name. And it's like, wow, that's deep. Yeah, 'cause I keep falling in all these accusations, mental accusations about family, and to the fact you're probably not even my brother's family, like Terry and Jane's family. Because James, we doing colors, because Johnny Green is in the hospital, um, um, and Terrell Brown is my brother. My last name Brown, so we got my family tree is Brown and Green and Scott and what that's just about it that I really do. I try to reach out, but I don't know them people when I try to reach out. Man told me I need to get in touch with my family. So my dad's family, I think it goes just basically his mom and dad and the Browns and then his step siblings, Scott and their dad Newcomb, because their mom was the Scott and their dad was Newsom or Newcomb. I forgot right now, but now Terry and James got married, and I keep thinking like, why? How did I come into all these problems? And I real serious. My mom and dad passed away. And they had nothing. They ain't leave nothing for me. Not a quarter, not a dime, nothing. But a Social Security that I called and claimed to see, and then I'm like, wow, because then they just switched that over to disability and took $50 from me to do that. And it was so that I gotta wait till July. They already sent me. Aisha White already sent me my recertification amount for July for my contract rent with the Section 8, what I was supposed to pay and stuff. And it's like I kind of just keep going playing this stuff back. So Aisha White, James' wife was a white. So I think it would be a whole lot better if y'all relocate a different worker for me that ain't got from my mental capability that ain't got that last name White, or Cook, because I don't know the people that what they was Cook, Smalls, and White all on. I met Teresa White and her Smalls grandmother and grandfather on Waite Street next to Vetter Street, and then Raven Air. I met her, her daughter Vanetta. So y'all all tied up, but then I keep feeling like cook and all this, and I be having food phobias and stuff. But the thing about it is that I met the people through Terry and James. So then when I think about the Scott, came to find out I was dealing with them, and then came James and Terry, and then came Tyrone that was affiliated with the West Side and the Scott family. And then to think about it, when we moved down Clifford to Theodore Street, that they was all one. They all one. The whole Q place, all one group of people that I'm dealing with. Like, and then I say, and then I had kids, and then I look, and then it's like I'm in a circle because my brother in a circle, because Terrell in a circle got me in a circle, right? And he's supposed to be my brother, and I met him a different time in life, and he didn't stay with us, so, and and my parents, the two parents that I call my parents and stuff. So it's like I just need somebody, a different housing specialist over my case, and they're not Ms. White, not that. And Teresa, because she say her and Susan, they first cousins. They moms were sisters. Teresa White and Cook and Susan Cook, mom were sisters. And her mom last name, I ain't gonna say it again, but her Susan last name was Cook, Teresa last name was White, my last name Brown, and trying to get this Chris last name is Spade, and it's so minus the daddy last name Kimbo, my Johnny and Bo daddy last name is Alexander, and I'm trying to get the words out, like straight up, and then they say, even down to the church. My brother James walked me into the church too. Because they said that the funeral home took my mom, took what they had to pay the funeral, whatever. But her body wasn't in the funeral home. She was in the church, right? And so that's ridiculous. I mean, it really is. And the pastor did speak over everybody at the church, and Jeanette took it to the mortician. I said she did the ceremony and everything at the graveyard, you know. You know, and it's like it's sad to see and say it. She so responsible. She carried everything from the church to my house, and then, like I said, that I'm tied up in a circle of people, you know, and that what they supposed they family, but I don't agree with the family. You can get out the family, sure good, and that's what I wanted to say. And there was something else that I wanted to say, but I can't even get the words out right. But I just did a new housing specialist. Yeah, I think that it's like nobody viewing what I'm saying, but I think that would be efficient. They don't even come out here, and um, I've always wanted to get Section 8, so now I got Section 8, and they released me from the mental institution with Section 8 interview and everything, and then the interview went different, then it came back that Section 8 changed, that, um, yeah, to the fact is, then they had a little dispute at the round table because they said that the department that is already, where I am, like fixated, uh, subsidized. that it was such a dispute that it was like it wasn't worth um, sectioning. Yeah, because there's like it's just such a dispute that the department have to be more money to have this Section 8 to go with it. But then it was that I have my Section 8, but apartment is subsidized housing. It's just something that I just don't understand because when I finally got Section 8, it's like I'm paying more money than I did when I was in 30% subsidized housing. So what they say, I'm in 50% subsidized housing, 50% of your income. All right, that's how much the rent is for everybody. But then I have Section 8, and it's supposed to be 30% of my income, and then Section 8 is supposed to pay something, and however it goes, they ain't got it right. But the thing about it is that I have to tell you that it keep going up. It goes up. The rent, the apartment rent goes up, and I think the amount what Section 8 is supposed to pay goes up and down too. But then my rent pay it started out when I first moved in here. That I had to pay $167 for rent. Right now, my rent done went up $320, and then the recommendation is that if people that everybody is keep saying about it lately about an air conditioner, because I applied for the air conditioner for the state, but I didn't get it. They keep closing down and all this and these problems, but then now the word is that where I live, they add $20 to everybody rent. Whether they got the air conditioners or not, you still got to pay $20 added to your rent this year, and that's all the way out, $20 every month, every month added, whether you got an air conditioner or not. And then now they complaining. I don't look like some of the air conditioners that you don't know where to get them from, but they be looking like they leaking water and stuff. And I couldn't even get one, so I be like, maybe I could buy me one, but then I said no. Somebody said I need one. I'm like, no, I got a fan. I'm doing pretty good, and that's up to get a fan and to get a fan. I always wanted an industrial fan, so they sell them at Walmart now too. I had ordered mine offline, and it got basic. It did. It's the back to the basics because if you got the industrial fund, they this black fan, but if you got one, then you'll say they the right fan because the other ones like are no good no more. The box fan, they did work. They did work. The fan that stand up on the pedestal didn't work. But then I guess you have to get the industrial style that blow faster and harder and cooler, and the fans spin faster. But it used to be a box fan. It used to be $12, $13. Now they went up $15 and $20, and you get it in your house, and it's like they don't work. They make more noise than the air they blow. When I finally got one in where I stay at now, because in Fight Village I didn't even need an air conditioner. They put air conditioners in the apartments, but when I was at first, I didn't need an air conditioner because I didn't have all that carpet, and it's an air conditioner. I mean, I didn't have a clutter. I kept the walls clean and kept everything mopped, and I always didn't have carpet, so and I kept my windows closed, and so one fan was good, but then they put air conditioners in all the apartments, and so where I am now, they recommend air conditioners, but everybody ain't got one in their window, even though the year come, and then they send out the letter, you're supposed to go down there to make contact to get the free air conditioner, and people move in and move out, and they just it ain't on point. Like, who been here how long, and do you have an air conditioner, or why not? To the fact they got new workers in the office now, because people used to be complaining about it's not as say people get evicted and moving and not taking their furniture. That's what I heard. That I remember, but then I was like, wow, because then I paid attention. Like, all the furniture looked the same. They getting put out their apartment, but they leaving furniture in the apartment that it was probably free furniture. It ain't like they was buying furniture when they came with their apartment. So when they leave, that they got the thing. They have to somebody somehow something. It's just that the garbage just to be getting filled with furniture, and they be throwing it on the grass and on the lawn and stuff until they can come pick it up and stuff. But it's like, wow, we go through a lot. And what else? And then on top of it, I moved out here. The specialist, there was Tiffany. Tiffany used to work at Fight Village secretary, and she helped. When I came out here, she was the lady in the office, and that's what. And yeah, my apartment, must have had an open house before I got here, and I still got the same Section 8 specialist, Aisha White. These two black women, and then I had the one, yeah, so when you in the hood, that's how it be. We got to look out for each other. I had that one worker that I had a volunteer to have the HCR worker of my case, and she tried to help it, and she on the case with it. Somebody slipped up and paid my rent. They still never come up and said who paid my rent. Out of the three, well, the four, me, the worker, the HCI worker, the lady in the office, or the Section 8 workers. People out here people. It used to be real bad among the black people, talking about they get evicted, and they talking about things that they saying that they had old back rent and all that. To the fact it was rumors. To the fact the same people that were saying that they weren't even moving. They weren't even evicted. I mean, because you don't know who be living in apartments. People come running high from you. They just want to start telling that, that's you see them, but it's like they're probably visiting somebody and stuff. But that's to the fact I was getting schizophrenic and balled up and scared with the stories, like the fraudulent. Like, how could you? Yeah, they said they pay their rent, they still got evicted. That's some shit. It really is some shit. To the fact people still been on that shit. that back hit of a communication. Yeah, and then they try to work it out so 'cause somebody invariably paid my rent. Okay. And I had to stop it like, nah, I ain't with that. So, and then it's on pause as well because I don't pay for 2 lock change and they ain't changed it yet. And then I went through a whole new office change and I still ain't get my lock change. You know? And so I'm still doing what I'm doing. It, you know, I ain't try to be pessimist or anything about violations or anything, but I'm living and living. Live and let live, you know. So it's like bad times, and I just can't take that name over my rent. Get the white, the end part, the white. I met Aisha. I did. And then when I think about it, I think that other lady, when I was staying at the women's shelter, and she was, so she like brought back memories like what I'm getting with Aisha because when I stayed at the shelter, that lady, see, Aisha is quiet and young, so she not a problem. But that first lady at that shelter on Dewey Ave, I mean, that was just low class, low vibration. To the fact, I couldn't believe it that even welfare, even couldn't even help it. That they sick there, and she couldn't even make it up. Like wow. So now I finally got a place. And got Section 8 in a second, and I feel like Section 8 changed up. I mean, to the fact I'm paying more rent than I should be in a so-called supposed to be subsidized housing. Supposed to be all projects supposed to be subsidized housing. You know, that's it. So I paid my rent, and when I was living in the mental institution, where it was I wasn't supposed to pay rent, and I was paying rent because the government was paying rent. That's an institution that I was paying to stay in. So wow, but it's just weird. It's weird, people weird. So I just got patience. I'm not keeping my patience, but it's like, wow. Yeah, in my own apartment now. Yeah. I'm still fighting battles that nobody know about. Yeah. And so if I just peace would be good, you know. It's if she because at first I started out saying I didn't want no black people on none of my cases. And then it popped up I got a black Section 8 worker. Aisha White, that's what they did. I've been living out here with it for the past 3-4 years. July, I think, will be my 4th year. Mm-hmm. And so we gotta give it a fair chance. But what it is, no discrimination laws. But I didn't have no black people on my case. And when I did have a black person on my case, I didn't get fair treatment. All right. So now I just end because it's weird. It's real weird. To go through discrimination and feel some type of way when you feel like you discriminated against. And it's no discrimination of color or colored people and stuff. That's it.